Good morning students. This is Jyoti Nahar from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group, Kota, and I'll be taking up class 5 science from your book Science Success. And the chapter that we are going to do today for revision is chapter number 2, Food and Health. We will be doing the revision of bookwork as well as copy work and internal questions of chapter number 2, Food and Health. Before starting the bookwork and copy work, let us quickly take a recapitulation of the chapter, the important topics of this chapter. The first topic that we took in this chapter was components of food. The various components of food like the fats, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals, these are the important components of food. These are the nutrients that provide energy to us, that protect us from diseases. Like carbohydrates, they give energy to our body. Fats also provide energy. So carbohydrates and fats both are known as energy giving foods, and the sources of carbohydrates are wheat, rice, bread, and fats are the main sources are oil, ghee, butter. And proteins, they help to build new tissues and repair the worn out tissues, and they help in growing. You people, like you children, especially need more of proteins because you are in a growing stage, and proteins, they help in the growth of our body. So they are called as the body building food. And vitamins and minerals, these protect us from diseases, so they are called as protective food. Vitamins and minerals may include vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and minerals like iron, calcium. They are very important for our body for various functions. Along with these nutrients, water and roughage is also important for the proper functioning of our body. To get rid of waste, roughage and water both are important for our body. Now next topic that we did was balanced diet. Balanced diet means all these nutrients, if they are present in proper amount in a diet which is needed by a body, particular body, like laborers, they need more of fats, carbohydrates. Growing children like you need more of protein. So for you, a balanced diet is a diet which contains all the nutrients which are needed by a particular body. Okay. Now next topic is healthy habits, like the habits of exercise, regular sleep. You should have proper amount of rest, and sleep is also essential. Posture, which is an essential part of the body, it is also important. So these are the habits, healthy habits, which you should maintain. Next topics are diseases. Diseases, they are of two types. I am going to explain you these two types of diseases on the board. Now, diseases. Disease is the abnormal condition of the body in which our body does not function properly. Any part of the body, it stops functioning or the function is not proper. Then we say that the body is undergoing a disease. Now, these diseases may be divided into two categories. Some diseases are non-communicable, means they do not pass from one person to the other, and the other ones are communicable, which pass from one person to the other. Non-communicable diseases, the examples are rickets. Non-communicable diseases are caused due to deficiency of vitamins and minerals. Like rickets, it is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B. Beriberi, this disease is caused by deficiency of vitamin B. Again, scurvy is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C. So these are the diseases which are caused due to deficiency of vitamins and minerals, whereas on the other hand, communicable diseases like malaria, common cold, these are the diseases which are caused, which can pass from one person to the other. That is why they are called as communicable diseases, and these diseases may be caused due to virus, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. And how these diseases spread? These diseases may spread through air, like in common cold. This disease spreads through air. The germs pass on through air. When a sick person sneezes or coughs, the germs, they come into the air, and when the healthy person breathes in the same air, he inhales the germs, and thus this disease is passed on. Like in common cold. Common cold is caused through air. The next agent is through infected food and water. Like in diseases, jaundice. This jaundice is caused through infected water, and when germs, they come and sit on the food or water, the food gets infected, and if we have the same food or water, the germs, they enter into our body and cause diseases. Like in cholera, this is through infected water. Next is through direct contact. This disease, the example of this disease which spreads through direct contact is chickenpox. This may spread when a healthy person uses the same clothes or towel or handkerchief of a infected person. So through direct contact, chickenpox is spread. Ringworm, chickenpox, these are the diseases which spread through direct contact. And then we have through insects. Like the disease malaria, it spreads through an insect which is called as female Anopheles mosquito. Again we have Aedes mosquito which cause dengue. These are the diseases which are caused malaria, dengue, chikungunya. These are the diseases which are caused through insects. So this was about communicable and non-communicable diseases. So I hope you have understood the types and how they spread. So we have done about communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases, and how communicable diseases spread. And next topic is prevention of communicable diseases. Prevention, like we can take some measures to prevent these communicable diseases: washing hands, keeping our food items covered, filtering the water. These are the some precautions we can take to prevent the spread of communicable diseases. Our next topic is vaccination. Vaccination, in this it helps. Vaccination is a way that helps our body to acquire immunity against some diseases. Like we all are waiting for a vaccine for COVID-19, and that will improve, that will help our body to acquire the immunity against COVID. So these were the important topics of the chapter. Now we are going to discuss the internal questions of the chapter. The first internal question of the chapter is, which nutrient helps in protecting against diseases? We have done the various nutrients, and the nutrient which helps our body to protect against diseases is vitamins and minerals. So students, you have to write this question on page number 18, and the answer, mark the answer is on the same page. Second question is, what is the abnormal condition in which our body does not function properly. When we did the topic diseases, I told you what are diseases. Diseases are the abnormal condition of our body when our body does not function properly. So what is that abnormal condition called? Disease. And this question you have to write on page number 20 and mark the answer there. The third internal question is, give 2 examples of diseases that spread through insects. Just now, as we have discussed, the 2 diseases that spreads due to insects are malaria and dengue. So, students, you need to write the internal questions accordingly. The page numbers are also given. So, you need to write down the internal questions on the page numbers which are mentioned against the questions and mark the answers with your pencil. So, let us discuss the bookwork now. Write T for true and F for false statement. This is an exercise. Let's recall. This is given in between the chapter. The first one is, carbohydrates and fats give energy to our body. Yes, carbohydrates and fats, they are called energy giving food because they provide energy to our body. So, we are going to write T for this statement because this is a true statement. Calcium makes our bones and teeth weak. No, this is a false statement. So, we are going to write false because calcium makes our bones and teeth healthy, not weak. Roughage is the undigested part of the animal food. Again, this statement is a false statement. We are going to write F for it because roughage is the undigested part of the plant food. Eggs and meat are sources of proteins. Yes, this is the correct statement. So, we are going to write T for true. Fifth one is, our body does not need water and roughage. No, this is again a false statement because our body needs water and roughage for the digestion of food and to get rid of waste from our body. Next exercise that we are going to do is the back exercise. The first question in this is, tick the correct answer. Which of the following give more energy than carbohydrates? As I told you just now when we discussed about the nutrients, that fats, they provide more energy than carbohydrates. So, what is the correct answer here? Fats. Which of the following is a deficiency disease? Just now we have discussed the deficiency diseases, and that is communicable and non-communicable diseases. When we discuss deficiency diseases are non-communicable diseases, and one of them is anemia. Anemia is caused due to deficiency of iron. Malaria is caused due to insects. So, the correct answer here is anemia. Which disease is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D? As we have discussed just now, the deficiency of vitamin D in the body causes rickets. Which of the following is not a communicable disease? Among these 4, measles, cholera and malaria, these are communicable diseases, and the non-communicable disease is goiter here because goiter is caused due to deficiency of iodine in our body. Scurvy is caused by the deficiency of the vitamin C is the correct answer here. Vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy in the body. The next exercise is fill in the blanks with the correct words. You are given the 5 words here. You need to choose the correct word from these and put it in the blank that is provided to you. Sugar and bread are sources of carbohydrates because sugar and bread, these are the sources which give energy to our body. So, they are sources of carbohydrates. Again, dash help in repairing the damaged cells of our body. The nutrient which helps to repair the damaged cells of our body and build up new cells is proteins. So, the correct answer is proteins here. Dash makes our bones and teeth strong. You need to write calcium because calcium makes our bones and teeth strong. Proper rest and sleep. They relax our muscles. These are the healthy habits which are needed for our body. Goiter is caused by the deficiency of iodine, because iodine deficiency causes goiter in our body, which creates a pulp in the throat. Name the following. The first one is the disease caused by deficiency of vitamin B1. The disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B1 is beriberi. It improves our blood circulation and tones up our muscles. What is required for our body which tones up your muscles? That is exercise. The undigested part of plant food is called roughage. Two diseases caused by bacteria. The two diseases which are caused by bacteria are typhoid and cholera. And the insect which spreads malaria, the name of the insect which causes malaria or spreads malaria is female Anopheles mosquito. So students, you need to do this bookwork according to the answers which are given here. Now let us discuss the copy work. First we are going to take up the definitions of the chapter. The important definitions in this chapter are balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? A diet that contains all the nutrients, means it has fats, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals. All the nutrients, they are present in sufficient amount. If they are present in adequate amount required for the healthy functioning of our body. So this is the definition of balanced diet. The second definition here is deficiency diseases. Now what are deficiency diseases? The diseases which do not pass or they are caused due to lack of certain nutrients. So the non-communicable diseases caused due to lack of particular vitamins or minerals in the body. They are caused because of deficiency of maybe some vitamin or mineral. Like the examples of deficiency diseases are goiter, beriberi and night blindness. Goiter is caused due to deficiency of iodine. Beriberi is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B1. Night blindness is caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. So these are deficiency diseases. So the definition of deficiency diseases are the non-communicable diseases caused due to lack of particular vitamins or minerals in the body. Coming up to the question and answers. The first question here is, what are nutrients? What are nutrients? Several useful substances present in our food are called nutrients. The useful substances which help our body to grow, to make us healthy, to fight against diseases, all these substances which are present in our food and they are useful for certain different activities are called as nutrients. Now the second part of this question is, write two sources of each nutrient. We are going to write, this is given in a tabular form to you. The sources of nutrients are mentioned against each nutrient, like carbohydrate, and the sources are wheat and bread. Second one is fats, and the sources of fats are ghee and butter. Proteins, the sources, important sources of proteins are milk and similarly proteins, the important sources are milk and pulses. Next is vitamins and minerals, and fruits and vegetables are the main sources of vitamins and minerals. So our next question is, write 3 ways in which you can maintain good hygiene. For good hygiene, you should follow some rules. The 3 points are there. We should wash hands before and after eating food. You all know that before any food or after having food, we should wash our hands thoroughly. We should wash fruits and vegetables well before using them. Fruits and vegetables should be washed thoroughly before we have them. Food must be kept covered to prevent flies sitting on it, because flies, they contaminate the food. So always we should keep food items covered so that the flies are prevented. Next question, Write two ways in which communicable diseases spread. Communicable diseases, they spread through four points we had done: through air, through infected food and water, through insects, and here we are through direct contact also. Here we are going to discuss only two, that is communicable diseases. They spread through air. Only two are required, so we are going to give air and direct contact over here. Next question, which is differentiate between communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Here we have a table which shows the differences between communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are the diseases that spread from one person to another. They pass on from one person to the another due to germs. Non-communicable diseases, they are not caused by germs, they are deficiency diseases, and these diseases do not pass from one person to another because they are caused by deficiency of vitamins. They are caused by germs. Communicable diseases are caused by germs like virus, protozoa, fungi. They cause communicable diseases, whereas non-communicable diseases, they are caused due to lack of vitamins or minerals, lack of some vitamins, or like in vitamin A, deficiency of vitamin A, deficiency of vitamin A, D. They cause several diseases, different diseases in our body. Like the examples are rickets over here, that which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin D. Night blindness, which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. Here the examples are malaria and chicken pox, which are communicable diseases. They pass on from one person to the other. So these are the differences between communicable and non-communicable diseases. Now, how are carbohydrates useful to our body? This is the fifth question of our copy. Carbohydrates, they give energy to our body. As you know, carbohydrates come under energy giving food. So carbohydrates give energy to our body. So this was all about the chapter, students. So go through the descriptive video that we have given to you previously, and all the copy work and the internal questions also have been shared to you through PDF. So go through them once again and learn them properly. Thank you, students.